So we've got a problem. I don't know if you remember this. So I was digging, hoping to punch down through the clay. So I believe we're on chalk because where my house is, 5 miles away from the park, is on chalk. But it looks like, thanks to this map that Rob sent me, is the park isn't actually on top of a chalk aquifer. So I'll probably be digging for quite a long time had he not sent me that map. So we need to have a change of plan. So we have, on the land, we have a train track, then we have a road, and then we have the land border. So what we have here is, we have a clearing here, which is the initial park. We have a clearing here, which is the one that Sarah and I have been clearing, and recently, in the latest video, despite the camera failing, we broke through, so we have nice sausage. We also have an area here, which will have the new clubhouse, and some people may have seen pictures of that. And then here we have the island, which again you may have seen. We have water sitting here and here, and the aquifer is over here somewhere. What we do have though, is we have, I'll do it in red because red makes sense for water compared to blue. So we have a stream that runs across here. So the thinking is, the little island, if I can dig a trench from there to here, and then also from this bit here past the clubhouse to here. And the idea being that the water then can, so that no water should pool on any of this area because we're going to dig these trenches in. But there's a small problem, is I'm one guy with one spade, and that dimension there is 100 metres. So either I'm going to have to get graft in, or I'm going to have to try and borrow a digger, hire a digger. If you got a digger that you don't want to lend, do you want to lend me? Or you're a digger driver, and that'd be very helpful because I need to dig these two trenches, and that's going to take me a very long time otherwise. Also, the next problem is I'm just going to wipe the board down and then let it dry, and then I'll do the next bit. Hopefully that's dry enough to draw on, but I've got ADHD, so I'm not exactly known for my patience. So, this trench I'm going to dig, I'm going to want it to have a fall on it, because I don't want the water from the stream coming into the park. I don't want to divert the stream into the park, because that's literally the opposite of what I'm trying to achieve. So it's going to need to have a fall on it, but it's 100 metres. So currently my plan is I'm going to have a 50 metre bit of string, because that's all I can seem to get at the minute, is if you imagine that's the cross section of the stream at the minute, it's filled out lovely water and a little fish. It's got fish in it. I think Rob will probably tell me it doesn't. But if the land comes across like this, there is going to be some degree of fall into it. So arguably I could just dig down a set depth across the whole thing, and that would give me a nice line. But the problem I have with that is the water is not falling into the stream as it stands, because it is sitting. So what we're going to try and do, or what we're going to need to do, is this is going to need to be steeper than the land. So I'm thinking, if I find the water level as this point here, put a nice big strong stake in, and tie a bit of string to it, and then I pull the string out like that. And then what I can do is I can start digging away at this, and as I dig away, the string will lay down more and more, and eventually, so this is my point of reference here, this is the end of the trench. Eventually, if I open my, I'll probably need a 100-metre piece of string, but the idea being that if I can go from here to here in a straight line, it will fall all the way down. Cody's just walked in. Wait, get out of it. Can you say hello to YouTube? Say hello, YouTube. Say hello, YouTube. It's gone. Say hello. What do you know? Why are you not saying hello? Say hello. Yeah, there you go. Good boy. Right. Right, go see Sarah. Come on. So, I can't remember where I was. So from here, so the trench will essentially just fade in from nothing, probably, from where I want it to start down to here. Sounds good in practice. I'm sure this is going to be a nightmare, but that's the thinking initially. The only other problem I have is if we go back to, oh, this does seem to work, by the way. I could just draw it wet. If we go back to my my railway track road, that's not working, is it? The problem is, if I have these trenches going all the way across these to the streams like this, it's a lot of park that is going to have a trench across it. So I may need to bury pipe and flatten across afterwards so that there's some walkways, which is again going to be a big problem because my brain's getting faster than my words in a minute. So that's going to be a big problem because I'm going to need to plan this out beforehand, and I'm going to need to get the pipe because when I dig it, I want the mounds to be close by. But yeah, in principle, all sounds very doable. Sounds hard, don't get me wrong, it sounds very, very difficult, and it's going to be a big project. It's probably going to take me the next couple of months. However, unless all 34 subscribers want to come and help me, then this is going to take a long time. But it's not a problem. I'm not really in a hurry. I have we have a super secret project for May, which bank holiday weekend in May, for the start of May, bank holiday weekend. So get that in the diary. Can't tell you any more than that 'cause it's super secret. But it sounds easy, or relatively. However, this is very dense scrubland, and this clearing here, the sausage, has taken Sarah and I 4 weeks to clear. Admittedly, we don't need to clear all of it, we just need to have a route through. But the other issue is on Google Maps, there's some guys here who've got a resurfacing business, and they were fly tipping, and they were dropping this thing down here, and I think all of this here, there's a big lump of material that's this high. So I'm going to have to go and walk it, and I'm going to have to try and see if I can find a straight line there, which I'll probably go and do in a minute and hopefully get in this video. But if I have to go around it, then my string theory is not going to work. Because that's what string theory is. I just explained string theory previously. But that is going to be a problem. And to be honest, if you guys have got any other ideas, to set it, because if I get 4 months through digging and I find that it doesn't work, it's going to be very annoying. But if you guys got any better ideas, please let me know, because I don't think I can soak it away. Looking at the map that Rob sent, it looks like it is just going to sit and it is impermeable. There is a slight gradient and it does come off. And it had, admittedly, we were there yesterday and it has dried out. Like, I considered taking my bike yesterday because it was looking dry enough and the ground was firm enough. But I don't want the middle of the season. We have a wet summer, washout, and then it's just unusable for a month. I really want to get on top of this now. I want to dry it out so that we can get on it early this year, and then at the end of the season, keep riding there late. And then maybe, if we have lots of people come, lots of events, get some lights put up, and then we can ride it really late. But this is the current plan. I'm going to go and scout it out. I'm going to take a load of South Coast stakes with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a bag of stakes and I'm going to put them out in a straight line so I can see. So, got my stakes. So I'm going to put them out, lay them out. So we've got like a line which I can then plot the digging. And then hopefully it's a straight line. We're going to see. I'm going to try and, there's a lot of rambling in this, and I'm going to try and chop it up so it's a bit more making sense, and hopefully I've been in frame for all of that, because that would be really annoying if I haven't been. Right, to the park. So, Mia did make it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and follow the water that's draining away at the minute, because ultimately if it's flowing somewhere. Yeah. Do you like that? That's good, isn't it? Hit myself with the tripod. But yeah, I'm just going to take a stroll down this way and follow this lovely water. Don't come at me, it did rain last night, and this isn't the bit that's actually rideable, this is probably a bit lower, but we're coming up now to the reeds, so here we go, let's have a look. Getting closer, I think. So it's, I'll keep walking downhill, see what happens. Huh. So we're here, pretty much. Some deer tracks or something running across it. Right. Do we go across? Do we not? I don't know. Don't actually know where the border is because this is the house here. I think this is still ours. But right, let's walk across. I think it's literally just this hedgerow here, you know. Let's have a look. Okay. Some sort of path across here. Hopefully there's no snakes or anything. We do have snakes, don't we? We have like adders and stuff. Don't know. I know like someone like Rob's going to watch this video and be like, oh God's sake, Sean, what are you on about? Yes, well then, don't have swearing. I can swear I suppose. But anyway, having a proper ADHD moment then, but I'm hoping no snakes bite me, in short. Right. This is looking fairly close. Just made myself chuckle a little bit there because I said this is looking fairly close, and just the other side of the train station is a road called Fairly Close, but stupid joke, but tickle. Okay, it's looking pretty boggy. Can I stand in it in wellies? This could be funny, guys. Oh, apparently it's ice. So maybe not, who knows? Okay, this stream is looking considerable. Yeah, buddy. Look at that. It's funny, it actually flows the other way to what I was expecting. I thought it was going to be flowing that way, but it's actually coming this way. But it's a long way down. Don't know if you can see. It's probably 6 feet to the bottom of that from where I'm stood at the minute. And there's a good flow, lots and lots of capacity for water. So now I've got to try and walk in that direction back to the park. So let's have a go. Shit. I think I would have been better off with a strimmer rather than a camera tripod, but anyway, hindsight and all that. Oh, making my arm ache holding this camera. So far, this is not looking horrific to dig through. It looks like we've got a bit of a gap as well. Oh, look at this. This is looking quite promising, isn't it? I mean, I don't know how much you can actually tell from the camera. But right, we're in. I'm trying to have to do this. Oh my god, it's magical, look at that. So that there is the club hut, the new one. You can see, still a bit of scaffold at the minute. But, oh, what are the chances of that, eh? What are the chances? That's absolutely, absolutely beautiful. But, let me flip it around. Is all of this through here. There are trees in the way. There's going to be a lot of roots. But what it's going to do, hopefully, is dry this bit up. And this very much isn't part of the park I was planning on using, because this is obviously wet, but very wet. But yeah, hopefully it'd be nice and easy to dig. So what we can do, here we go, we've got some stuff to ride. This is going to be quite cool when we've done this. So this is a 3 foot gap, going to be a 5 foot gap, 7 foot gap and a 9 foot gap, and then the opposite way around. So from the top down, 3, 5, 7, 9, and then on the other side, which is a bit more complete, is you have the same, but it's 4, 6, 8, and then 10, and opposite. So you got up and down gaps, everything from 3 foot to 10 foot. A bottle there as well. But yeah, all this is very rideable. some narrow beams to walk along. Watch me fall off this now. Whoop. Phew, didn't die. And then this is a bit more of the area that we're clearing out. So this is all quite a bit higher. So once I get to about here, the ground's now firm enough. It is wet because it has rained, but the ground is plenty firm enough to ride on. And then this tree is really grippy as well. So this green stuff is actually like sandpaper, it makes it really grippy. But yeah, we've got a little route up here. So we'll get all the moss off. Up the beam, turn around, gap up to front. First person to do that, I get my bag of chips in the chip shop. So some people get that joke, some others won't. But anyway, look. Oh, hang on. Look at that, straight. Oh, I got a camera in my face. Look at that, straight line, straight through there. For all the low waterlogged bits, straight through the middle. Perfect, isn't it? Perfect. And then what I'll probably do, I'll show you the other bit as well actually. God, this is gonna take a lot of editing. Shit. Right, oh, I've got a spike in my boot as well. I don't know whether to leave the rambling in. I don't know if you guys enjoy that or not. Just comment, let me know. Do you want to hear me rambling on, thinking aloud as it were? Or do you want short, quick, concise? Or do you want both? Because I can edit both. I mean, it's the filming that's the pain. So this is our island / stream. And what I'm going to do is connect that across there. Once all this is dragged out of the way, connect that across there to the other, over here, sorry. I'm going to connect this island over to the other stream. Probably make a Y shape looking at it. And that should work pretty well. But yeah, we need to drag all this out of the way. And I don't know how I'm going to dig it full of water at the minute. Maybe try and dig a new hole, dig sections at a time, like per day, and then join them together. But yeah, it's going to be tough. I'm probably not going to stake it because there's no point. It is probably laziness as my main motivation, but for not doing it. But you can see where you're digging. So not much point marking it out really. You can see where you want to go and see where you're starting. So not too bad really, is it? Not too bad at all. But yeah, I'm probably going to run all this past Rob beforehand because he's a naturist. I know he had a brief stint as an economist doing stocks and shares and stuff, but he's now a naturist as I understand it, and he'll be able to tell me about the river. I think that's what that means. But anyway, back to the drawing board.